John, can we just start with Rhys? I mean, you must be sorry for him, but also sorry for the Scarlets and for Wales.
Yeah, it's a huge blow, you know. What happened, it's a tough injury, but I'm sure Rhys's character, he can bounce back from this. It'll be a tough couple of months for him, I'm sure, but I think he's got the character to bounce back from it.
You know Rhys well. Have you? It's been a hard couple of weeks for him. He said himself after the New Zealand game. How's he been? Because you know him better than most, don't you?
Yeah, he was he had a tough couple of weeks at the start of the autumn. Then he started to come through it. Like he probably could see the light at the end of the tunnel, and to have to be dealt this is a major blow. But that's the nature of the game. Like injuries do occur, but I'm sure everyone around him will support him, make sure he gets back to where he was.
Just give us a picture of what it's like for the player when they're going through the long injury break. They're watching everything else. I suppose you're always looking at other players coming through. What's going through your mind? You
got to try and keep yourself occupied. I think the first couple of weeks where you'll probably be on the sofa most of it, you just got to make sure that you're keeping your mind mentally fresh. Otherwise, you're just going to make yourself go mad, really. But it's just a tough time. But I think eventually, like these injuries make you a stronger player, and I think they make you not cherished, but like when you're on the field, you want to be on there more, and it makes you a better player in the long run. So that hopefully that'll work in a positive for Rhys in the long term.
How much will he be missed, both here and with Wales?
Rhys is a world-class player. You're going to miss that. He's your 10. He pulls the strings on the field, but it's an opportunity now for like Aled and Owen and Dan Newts to step up now and really take the reins and make sure that they lead the team. And it's just a good opportunity. Rhys will be sadly missed, but injuries happen, and we got to deal with it.
No, you guys aren't kind of looking to the Lions, but you would have been in contention for that as well. And, it's just kind of been taken away from him.
Yeah, with the Six Nations as well, and just we were with the Scarlets are in the league at the moment. We're in a pretty good place. So yeah, everything seems to be dealt at once, and it's a big blow. But I think Rhys over the weekend, he was okay. He was coming to terms with it, and it is a tough pill to swallow. But that's, like I said, that is the nature of the beast, and we just got to support Rhys now as best we can.
Does that mean you're going to have to do a lot of work on the outside, or not?
Yeah,
Have you got Andy Fenby on that case?
I can't disclose how the flat works, but no.
Fenby told me he does everything.
Pretty much, yeah. No, Saturday was a pretty a dim place. That Saturday night, had to look after him, cut him in a bit, but I think he'll go home for the first couple of weeks, and I think Fenby's got a bell already, so when Priestland was out, he can ring it. But we're just going to do everything we can to make sure Rhys gets back.
Well, that's a big thing when you've got a big injury. You find out who your mates are, don't you? To be honest.
Yeah, we'll do everything we can. I think the whole region, Simon and everything, will support him. I think Boise and Easters have both had long-term injuries, and they know what he's going through right now, and he's got great medical staff to help him get back.
How much of a blow to the Scarlets' self-image in a way was losing on Saturday?
Yeah, it was disappointing to say the least, and we were caught cold at the start. That try was extremely soft and embarrassing really for the backs. It was very soft. But it's just the way Exeter got in front, and then they do well. They don't relinquish the lead. They just kept taking the scoreboard, taking it over, and didn't let us quite catch up with them. To be fair to them, they did very well. So it was a huge blow for us. We're a proud region, and we want to do well in the top competitions. But yeah, we got to make sure this weekend that we prepare. We had a good training week last week. Got to make sure this happens this week as well. I think we just got to go down to Exeter and make sure we start well, have a real edge about us, and take the game to them like they did to us, really, and make sure that we come out of the blocks firing.
How much of a factor last week was it that you were all coming off, or a lot of you coming off the back of the international, and this year you get a full uninterrupted week of training without having to think about things like that?
I think it doesn't, we're professional rugby players at the end of the day. We can't make excuses like that. We've played, a lot of us played for the Scarlets for years and understand what the whole system is about. So yeah, it was a lot of error that gave them points on the board, and like they made us work for our points, to be fair to them. So we got to make sure that we stirring up our defence and not give them soft points, and make sure that we make sure we're accurate in the attack.
How much do you know about Exeter as a place to go and play with a different chance?
I had my first game back after my knee reconstruction years ago. It was a friendly. They have great support, to be fair to them, and it is quite an intimidating place. But I think in Europe we do very well on the road. Like, we enjoy those challenges going into that hostile environment. So I think the boys will relish it. Really, it's just an opportunity to get a big result, and moving forward for the rest of the season, I think it's a huge opportunity for us to make sure that we build momentum leading into the rabble there.
So it starts off a run of away games for you. You know, obviously like home advantage, but with your form on the road this season, do you almost see that as a blessing in disguise?
Possibly. Like, we just make sure that when we go to the away, we make sure that we focus on ourselves. We don't worry about the opposition as much, and the environment that their supporters create. I think we got to turn it into a positive. Like, when we go to these places, and the atmosphere is brilliant. Really, I think it's fantastic, and boys aren't intimidated by it all. They just got to feed on that and make sure we play as well as we can. So, it's a tough couple of weeks with all the away games we've got, but it's a few wins in that with the league, and that will be very good for us moving forward.